This is the Zeeland, Michigan housing market. An analyst's read, not a tour. If you want the full tour of the area, watch the living in video. Here, it's numbers only. What a home costs, how fast it moves, what's left on the market, and what the money costs to borrow. Start with the snapshot. The typical Zeeland home is valued around $371,000. It goes pending in roughly 32 days. The city itself holds about 5,600 people, and downtown Grand Rapids is 30 minutes east. Small market, real price point. On price, Zeeland runs above the metro, $371,000 against a Grand Rapids metro median near $335,000. Call it 11% higher. Zillow's index has it up about 5% year over year, while Redfin's narrower city core cut reads lower, near $338,000. Treat this as a band, not a point. Against its lakeshore side neighbors, Zeeland sits mid-pack. Hudsonville leads the group on the back of new construction. Jenison lands within $2,000 of Zeeland. Holland trails by about $50,000. Zeeland's number is scarcity-driven. It is not propped up by a builder pipeline the way Hudsonville's is. Now the trend. Zillow has Zeeland appreciating about 5% over the past year. Kent County next door is running near 3%. Zeeland is outpacing the county, not by a wide margin, but consistently. And that gap is what thin inventory buys you. Four things hold that number up. Ottawa County's median sale price ran $445,000 in June, up more than 8% year over year. Metro price per square foot is holding near $215. County active listings are up about 10%, but off a very thin base. And almost nothing new gets built under $300,000. Those are different yardsticks. County sale prices versus a typical value index, so do not stack them on top of each other. Speed. Zeeland homes go pending in about 32 days against a Kent County median of 13. That gap is not weak demand. It is a small market with thin inventory, where published figures spread anywhere from 12 to 44 days depending on the month you pull. 32 is the honest midpoint. Which raises the question every seller asks and every buyer should. Is this market getting faster or slower? For Zeeland by itself, the city-level data is too thin to answer cleanly. So, step up one level, to the county. Here is the county and metro readout. About 1 2/10 months of supply, where a balanced market needs 5. Homes closing at 98.6% of list, 29% of metro sales clearing asking, and Ottawa County averaging 18 days on market in June, down from roughly 21 a year ago. The direction is faster, not slower. Then there is the cost of money. Freddie Mac put the 30-year fixed at 6.49% the week of July 9th against 6.72 a year ago. On a $300,000 loan, that quarter point is worth roughly $45 a month. Real, but it is not the reset a sidelined buyer is waiting for. Here is my read. Zeeland is not a slow market, and it was never a fast one. It is a thin one. 32 days on market does not hand buyers leverage. It means there are only a handful of homes to choose from at any given moment. So, what do you actually do with this? It splits depending on which side of the table you are sitting on. 2 different reads, 2 different playbooks, off the same set of numbers. If you are buying here, budget against 371, not against the county's 335, because Zeeland carries a premium. Get underwritten at 6.49 because that is today's rate and not a forecast. And with 1 2/10 months of supply, plan to wait for the right listing rather than pick from 5. If you are selling here, homes are closing at 98.6% of list, which means this market pays for sharp pricing and punishes a reach. 29% clear asking, so the ceiling is real, but it is not automatic. And 32 days is your planning number, not 2 weeks. That is the Zeeland market as it stands in July 2026. A thin above metro market, appreciating a little faster than the county and moving a little slower. Every figure here is a median, and nobody actually lives at the median. If you want the current number for your street, reach out.